All right, y'all. I'm so excited for this Zoom. Yes, you definitely shouldn't drink sleepy tea. I was like, if I drink sleepy tea right now, because you know, this is past my bedtime, I would be like passed out, slobbering, like ready to go to bed. So definitely gonna have to do that afterwards. But who is hyped for this Zoom? So I'm so excited because this is kind of not necessarily like a tricky topic, but I think that this Zoom is gonna be for anybody and everybody. Because here's the thing, we know that the first 90 days, if you're just getting started, are the most important part of your business. Or you can also take that and flip that, and maybe you're trying to figure out your system of onboarding people and you want to kind of figure out what are the most effective things, or what are the things that have happened or helped have that success. Because right now is the time that we should be pushing, and especially if you're brand new and you're qualifying for some of those bonuses, you have those 90 to 4 full calendar months to be working towards some of these bonuses. And so we really, really want to maximize that time. So we're going to kind of do this from a couple different perspectives. So I have one of my brand new distributors on, and so you guys are going to have to show her some love, because the first time that you get on a Zoom, or maybe you haven't been on a Zoom, it's nerve-wracking to talk. And so she's agreed to get on here and just share a couple tips as far as what's helped her. Off the bat, she just made that decision that she was just gonna go after it. She's got a new baby and all the things. So Nicole, I saw you were on here, so I'm gonna have you unmute real quick. You guys show her some love in the comments, because this is her first Zoom, and I know that she's probably like, I remember like making my first recorded video, we didn't have Zoom. So everyone say hi to Nicole. Nicole, will you go ahead and just introduce yourself and just tell everybody a little bit about you and why you decided to jump into this business?
Hey guys, I kind of feel like I'm on a work meeting, which I am on a work meeting, but not like my professional work meeting. So I actually got started after Erin literally, I don't want to say stalking, but literally hunting me down almost for like a year straight. I was like, I love this woman. She has so many amazing posts. I don't know how she does it, but I just couldn't get in that mindset to like do it. I was pregnant, I was working, and my mind was just wrapping around about being a new mom. Um, and so I was just like, I just had this baby. I don't want to go back to work. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to do it. I've seen so many things out there like Beachbody and like, I don't know, a bunch of other products that people have got wanted me to join. And I was just like looking at Erin's posts and her stories. And I'm just like, oh my God, I want to be her. And it was that one post that she posted about her new mom mobile, her house that she built. And I was like, that's going to be me. Um, and so I started at the end of December, and I literally just put full force into it. I literally just knew the people that wanted to lose weight. I was joining at a really good time because it was the beginning of a new year. Everyone's got those resolution goals like, I want to lose weight, I want to get fit, but never actually do. So I was like, I'm going to take advantage of that and try to get as many people as I can. I think the hardest thing for me is that I've never used It Works products, and I had nothing at home with me. So I was literally promoting products I never tried. So I think that was the hardest thing for me, to actually like promote something I never used. But you know what? I was just like, I'm just gonna promote this. I don't even know what it does, how it works, but you know what? I'm gonna get myself going. And the people that actually bought it were family. That's where I started. Like, so most of my loyal customers are family, which I mean, it's awesome because they did a bunch of auto ships. So that kind of keeps me going for a little bit until I find um, my new customers. But yeah, I think just what I learned, especially from the conference, because the conference came like a couple weeks after I started, they always talked about consistency, consistency, consistency. And I literally, every time I watch a Zoom, that's all they talk about and that's all they preach. And I love it because it's like, you just got to keep going at it. And Erin keeps telling me, just give it a year, just give it a year. Like, it's not going to be like off the bat, you're going to become Ruby, you're going to become Emerald. It might take a little bit. And I think that's what keeps me going. Especially I started listening to like self-affirmation like YouTube videos in the morning. Like I did it on my way to work this morning and I felt so good, motivated for the day. I was, you know, on TikTok, I was on Instagram throughout the workday, just minding my own business, trying to post when I'm at work. But no, I really love this company. I love what it stands for. You know, I've gotten a lot of negative feedback from people on my social media about like, why do you promote It Works? It's not a good company. The product sucked. And I guess what I take from it is just like, you know what, that's your opinion and I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing and it's going to show. So I think the best thing is just the connections I've made so far with this company and just Erin actually just keep coaching me through every day. Like I text her and I feel so horrible because I'm texting her all these questions all the time and at completely different time zones. So I'm like, oh my gosh, is this too early? Is this too late? But she's always there. She always answers me back. And that's the part that I love about this is like, you always feel supported 100% of the way. So I'm going to just keep kicking ass like I've been and trying to do my best.
I mean, do you guys love her or what? I mean, no, but here's the couple things that I do want to point out that you mentioned. One is obviously like if you're listening, the biggest thing is going to be ask as many questions. And I know Alejandra is going to be on here in a minute, and she's going to be touching on that too. But ask questions. If you were starting a brand new 9-to-5 job, you would be asking so many questions. You would be like, what's the policies and procedures for this? You'd be going through orientation and training. This is the exact same thing. This is the time to ask questions. When I remember starting on my nursing unit, I wouldn't just like try and like figure out and be like, well, hope I did that. It's like, no, I've never started an IV before, so let me figure out like what way do you do it? Where do you best find to put the tape, or like, what are the tips and tricks for these things? Like all those kind of things. So this is the exact same thing when you think of it, is just getting started. And then Nicole, the other thing that you mentioned that I think is super important is just, obviously consistency, but then you started to just make your mindset shift, right? You started to just make that decision like, I might get some negativity. I might not know exactly what's going to happen, but I'm going to trust the process and keep going. And I know you have an awesome, supportive fiance too. He sent me the sweetest message when she started. He was like, just stick with her. She's going to be amazing. Blah, blah, blah. Like, I was like, oh my God, if only all of them would say this, but I think it is just important, and doing things like this, putting yourself out of your comfort zone, because it's obviously not something that's in your comfort zone to get on a training, and speak in front of, 90 something people with your first month in. But I think it's just going after it and having those goals lined out. And like you said, you don't know exactly what's going to happen, but you're just going to keep showing up each and every day. So I'm proud of you for, sharing a little bit of your heart. That was amazing. You are awesome.
Thanks, girl.
All right. Alejandra, I'm going to have you unmute real quick. And so I asked Alejandra to be on here because you guys, she is amazing, especially when it comes to, if you have any Latinas in your business, should be your go-to person, because she has like even helped me, or I'll Google translate conversations sometimes. She's like, Erin, what in the world did you say? I'm like, I don't know. I just need to bring you with my responses. But what I love about her is she has just really, especially in the last couple months, and you've been in the business for a little bit, is just, made the mindset shift. And then I know you're going to talk about some of the points to just having that success in your first 90 days. So I'll just have you share a little bit about your story, and then we'll go into some of your tips.
Hi, everyone. You got me, Erin and Kelsey, because you guys are taking me out of my comfort zone. English is not my first language. I'm Venezuelan, and I've been here for about 15 years. So sorry, guys, if I say something crazy here, but I'm pretty sure you can understand everything that I came here to say. So my story is a little bit different than Nicole, because I wasn't chased by Erin, but I was following Erin for 3 years in silence. I never asked her about anything. I never asked about the products to her, but there was something that was calling me to this business for a long time. And I was like, no, I don't believe it. No, I don't think so. There's a lot of people saying out there that it's a fraud, that, everything that people always say about multi-level marketing. And let me tell you this business is a blessing for me, because it has changed my life. It has changed the way I see, I can do things here, even if I'm not in my country. I'm a drop off college. I left my country 15 years ago, and I was doing 2 careers by that time, one in the morning and one at night. And I left both of them and I stayed in this country. I came only for vacation and I stayed, and I've been doing everything. I clean houses. I work in childcare where I met Erin. And you know, there's nothing hard about this business. This business is so simple, but we overcomplicate it. Simple, there are simple steps that we need to follow every single month, and you will get where you want to be, where you need to be. You just need to have the right mindset toward this business. I hope I'm making sense right now so far. But I'm sorry, I'm kind of nervous because this is my first meeting completely in English. Okay.
You're killing it. You're doing amazing. You're doing amazing.
I've been in the business since May 2019, and it's been a journey for me because I didn't know there was Latinos in this business. So I was pretty much seeing everything in English, trying to translate it and posting it on my page. So, but I knew there was something more outside for me, like just seeing people being success in business, just seeing how Erin was being successful. I knew that if she could do it, I could do it too. And it's not been easy. You need to switch your mindset. If you don't have the right mindset toward this business, let me tell you, from the moment you join and you start with the negativity, you will leave this business without doing anything. And mindset is key. You cannot give to people what you don't have. Okay, so the first thing, you have to be positive all the time. Work on yourself because you're gonna start building a team, and that team is gonna come with fears. That team is gonna come to you not knowing what to do, but you are there to guide them all the way, to lead them all the way, and to show them to how to overcome negativity, show them how to overcome excuses, because there's a lot of people that joins this business and they come to me, oh my God, but I don't have the time. Switch your mindset. Because you don't have time for your family, because you don't have time for your kids. That's what you need this business. Oh, I cannot join this business because I don't have the money. Because you don't have the money is the reason you need to join this business. And let me tell you this, I come from a family of entrepreneurs, and I know how much money you need to put and the effort you need to put to make those business work. My mom, my dad, they have put tons of money in business, and they didn't see not even a penny in 3-5 years. This business is so simple. Some of you join for $99, some of you for $69, some of you for $39. Take advantage of that. Don't give up on your business because you didn't put a lot of money in there. That's when you need to take advantage, because you didn't spend a lot of money, because you are not putting a lot of money out of your pocket every single month to keep up with your business. That's why you need to work this business. Okay, I've been in this business for 1 year and 6 months, and I'm so blessed to be here. I'm so happy to be here. I'm so excited for everything that is coming for me, for my family, and for all Latinos too, because I'm Latina and I want to see Latinos being successful too. One of the things that I would recommend to all of you that are starting, and I always tell my team, is write your why. Get a notebook, a new notebook, and write your why. Why did you start your business on the first page? And on the second page, you're gonna write your story, your why first, because there's a lot of people that say, oh, my why is because I want money. No, that's not enough to keep you in this business. Your why needs to be something so strong that will get you out of bed, even in the worst days, even when you don't want to get out of bed. My why is my parents. I want to retire my parents. If I have to be honest with you, I don't need this business for myself. All of my bills are paid. I don't own any debt. I don't have debt. But I want to help my parents. And until I don't retire my parents, I'm gonna keep doing this business, because I wanna help them to live the last years they might have a happy life, paying their mortgage. And don't think you don't need money, people. You always need money. You always need extra money, because think about how are your parents gonna feel when you pay off their mortgage, when you pay off the car they own. And there's a lot of people that have the wrong mindset about money, saying, oh no, money is bad. People say money doesn't grow on trees. All the people that have the money are bad person. That's not true, people. That's how we grew, especially Latinos. But money is a blessing. There's no bad people. The money doesn't make people bad. If somebody that has money is bad, it's because they were bad anyways, even if they were poor or not. Money is a blessing if you know how to use it, okay? Let me see what else. I have my notes here. I'm so nervous. I'm saying a lot of things that I didn't write down. Okay, money is not enough to write down your why, because there has to be something that tell you how do you see yourself in 1 year from now, in 5, 10 years from now. How do you see yourself? What do you see yourself doing? Where? What house? What car will you be driving? And money is not enough. What's your why? Why are you here? What makes you get out from bed? What makes you to have discipline to work this business every single day, even if you are not motivated? Because to me, motivation is garbage. You join this business and you're so excited and you are so happy. And once you get the first no, then you feel shy and you don't want to send more messages. And I want to tell you something else. No is not a no forever. No is a no right now. I have people that have been joining the last 2 months my team that were following me for a whole year, saying no, and now they say yes to this opportunity because life happens. And maybe those people didn't need the money by that time, but maybe they got fired yesterday and you planted that seed. Now they remember that you're still in business and they can join you. And that's why you need to keep consistent. You need to keep posting every single day, sending messages every single day, following your KPI list. It's so important. The wheel is invented. Don't try to overcomplicate the business. Don't try to reinvent the wheel. Just do whatever your leader is telling you to do because they know better. If they are in the position they are, if they have the rank they have, it's for a reason. So follow them, drive them crazy. Ask questions. And if you don't have a leader because your leader signed you and then they quit, don't worry. We are here, one team, one mission. You can ask anyone. Anybody's here for you. Anybody's gonna answer questions. I've been helping a lot of Latinos in this team. I don't even know them, but I'm here to help them because we are one team, one mission. And that's the culture of this company. And that's what keeps me here. Because I could have joined so many companies that I was asked before, and I will not join them because I didn't feel it like a family. This is a family. Another thing I wanted to say, a lot of people in this business thing is just about posting. You cannot just post, people. You have to do everything you have in your list. You have to post, you have to show yourself. You have to do lives if you need to, or do stories while you're still nervous about going live, because people need to see your face. People need to know that the same person that is sending them a voice message is the same person that is on the videos. They're gonna give you your credit card. They're gonna give you their personal information. You gotta build that trust on them. Show yourself how you really are in social media. Don't try to be anybody else. I'm always telling my team, you need a mentor in this business. It can be Erin, it can be Kelsey, it can be Taylor, even if they don't know you're following them, but they can be your mentors. Erin is my upline, but I'm always following Kelsey because I got the feeling that she's as crazy as I am. So I'm like, okay, I need to see what's Kelsey doing right now, and not to compare myself and not to copy what they are doing, but to see What are they doing right now that took them to the top of the company? Because if I want to be there, I need to start having the same discipline they have. I need to have the same habits they have in order to get where they are. Because I want to be there and I'm gonna be there one day, but I need to work, and it takes work. And we cannot forget that those people that are in the top in the company, they also start as a distributor. Okay, another thing I wanted to touch with you guys is, please, every time you add people to your social media, you need to interact with them. Because if you add 100 people in a day, but you don't interact with them, it's basically like you didn't interact with anyone. They won't see your posts. And then you will be, it's only the same people who see my posts. What's happening? It's because you are not doing enough interaction with them every single day. Interact with new people. They want to see what you're posting. Send positive vibes to everyone. A new friend, send positive vibes to them. You don't know how many people need positivity in their lives. You don't know how many, one of the things that I love is send birthday messages, because there is a lot of people, they don't get not even a happy birthday. And I'm the first in the morning sending, oh my God, happy birthday to you. I hope you enjoy your day. Oh my God, Alejandra, thank you. You are the first person who texts me about my birthday. And that's amazing. That's an amazing feeling for me. And it builds relationship with them. Now they're your friends. Now you can ask them about the business. Now you can ask them about the products. So start building relationship. Work by discipline and not by motivation. I promise you, you won't be motivated most of the days. You will be motivated probably once or twice or 3 times a month. And that's why you need to learn how to work by discipline. Even if you don't feel like getting up from bed, remember this is your business and this is gonna pay for your dreams. Remember what you do when you have a job. You cannot call your boss and tell them, I'm sorry, I'm not going to work today because I'm not motivated. You still go to work even if you don't want to go to work, because you have the discipline, because you have bills to pay. So in this business, you have dreams. So you got to keep working even if you don't want to, because your job is going to pay for your bills, but this business is going to pay for your dreams. Please, this is something that I want to tell people. I did it when I was beginning in the business, and it's terrible. Never do that. Do not turn your personal pages into store. That's very, very important. If you want to find people that will get the products from you, that will join your business, show who you are. If you were in conference, they talk about the 5 pillars. Start using them. Because there's a ton of products outside. And remember, you're building a business from social media. If they don't feel like they have to buy it from you, they're gonna go buy it outside. And the store is something similar, which is not good as our products, but they will see like there's nothing special buying it from you. They can get it anywhere. But what are you gonna give to them? What are you gonna show to them that will catch them, that will catch their attention, that will trust you? They need to trust you in order to buy from you. They need to trust you to join your team. If they don't trust you, there's no way you can grow your team, have new customers, having new distributors. I'm sorry if I'm taking so long.
No, this was amazing. I mean, I feel like all of your tips, and I was like, I wanted to make sure that you hit on that because you voice messaged me the discipline over motivation. I'm like, please make sure you touch on that. So I started listening to your voice message again because I'm like, however you worded it in there, I was like, I don't want to jack it up, but it was so good. Did you have anything else that you didn't cover? Okay, go ahead. You're good.
Okay. Another tip I want to give you guys is use the products and have your own results. No matter what you're gonna use, but you need to start using the products. People won't believe you if you don't use them. How is that you need something that you are not using and you are offering it to me? Isn't it probably working? You just joined, you need your personal results right away. Do a cleanse, use the wraps. You're gonna have results in less than a week. Take pictures with a great illumination, as is always told by the company, and save their own picture. I never post any picture of myself showing my face. I always post it from my chest to the bottom. But guess what? I save the originals because I want to show people that's really me. So that's really good. You can use those two products and you will get results right away. And you can start showing to people that the product really works. That's because that's why our name is It Works, because it works. And another tip I want to give you guys is there's a lot of people that don't understand the loyal customer program, even if you explain it to them. But one of the tips I give my team, and it's been working for me, is send a thank you message after they buy from you, and also send the catalog from the company. In that order, from the first purchase, they will start seeing what else do you have that they might add to the next order. And follow up with them, because sometimes they don't know how to use the products. They might say, and that's one of the reasons you need to start using the products yourself, because you're gonna know how does the products feel on yourself, and you can tell the people like how to use them, what's the best time to take this pill, or if you use it this way, you're gonna feel this way, or if you feel dizzy when you drink the skinny coffee and the skinny coffee and you skinny brew, and you feel headaches, it's probably because you're not drinking enough water, things like that. Get to know your own product so you can help the people that are buying from you. And the last thing I'm gonna say right now, and I wanna close with this, it was a lot of tips. Sorry I talked so much and I'm sweating. Oh my God. Remember, there's people watching you. One of the reasons I haven't given up on this business, even in my worst days, even when I felt that I wasn't enough for this, was because of my kids. Because both of my kids are in the autism spectrum. And I'm always pushing them and telling them, you can do anything you want. You are capable. And if I give up in this business because things goes hard, I'm telling them that when things get hard, they need to give up too. So that's very, very important. What you show in your family, what you show in your kids, they're watching you. They're not gonna do what you tell them to do. They will do what they see you doing. Thank you for the opportunity.
I'm so proud of you. This is awesome. Amazing, amazing job, especially doing all of that in English. I was sweating for you. I was like, proud mama bear over here, like, oh my gosh, all the things, but I really want to go back to that thing again, what you said with the motivation, making sure that you're working out of discipline and not motivation, because most of the time, who wants to be like, oh, I want to get up and I'm so motivated to do all the things, or I'm so motivated to eat healthier, I'm so motivated to work out and get that workout done. Most of the time we're having to like mentally coach ourselves through that, right? And so it's just that perspective, doing the same thing, and discipline over time is what produces your results, right? Discipline over time is what is going to help you get to that next level, because it's the work that you're doing each and every day, stepping up to the plate in that aspect. And it was funny that you brought up Kelsey, because she literally messaged me. She's like, I need her in my life every single day. It was right before you said that. So I was cracking up. So that was amazing. All right, Kels, what do you want to share as far as like the most important things in your first 90 days?
Yeah, so Alejandra, oh my gosh, that was so good. Nicole, you guys killed it. Like, where's been hiding these people? Okay, I don't know where they came from, but hi, you can inbox me every day, and that was just so good. Wow. Okay, I want to talk about what to expect when you start this business, and how to communicate what to expect for your newbies if you are bringing in new team members, okay? Because I think that what you expect a lot of times, because what we are putting off often on social media is only 10% of what actually we do, right? And so when people hop in the business, they're not they're not really sure exactly what they're signing up for, regardless of how much you explain it to them. Okay. They don't realize that they're getting the community with it. They don't realize they're going to get on these Zooms and cry about people's babies and how hard they're working for them. They don't realize like all of this stuff comes with it. But what they also don't realize is that this is a business, right? It seems like this cool, trendy thing to do, to be an influencer, but it takes work to be an influencer, right? And to gain influence, it also takes work. And so we have to make sure that we are communicating that to our newbies so that when the bumps in the road come, their car doesn't get flipped over. Okay. We're like, hey, there's a speed bump. Do you see it? It's right there. Okay. Slow down. It's about to come. Okay, cool. We went over it. You got through it. Right. So Heather, my girl's on here. Hi, Heather. So Heather just joined a little bit ago, like a week or two ago, and we're instant besties. But, you know, she messaged me today, all the messages that all of you guys who have been in the business for any amount of time have gotten, where they like feel like, oh my gosh, like I've had like 3 people say no to me, and I really feel like everybody's saying no. Right? How many of you guys have gotten that message or even sent that message? I remember calling Erin one time being like, Erin, nobody wants this. What is wrong with me? Nobody wants it. I suck at this business. Okay. We all have those moments. And so instead of me just being like, oh gosh, here this moment comes again, right? Why don't we as leaders, we as people who are bringing other people into the business say, oh, I remember when I went through that. I'm going to call her real quick. Or send her a voice message. So I called Heather and I said, listen, it's so normal. It's what you're going through. And let me just tell you, right now, I don't want you to worry about, yes, we have a goal to get your first 6 customers, but right now I just want you to focus on how many seeds you're planting, not on how many sprout right now. I think so often what happens is that we're like 6 LCs, 6 LCs, 6 LCs, 6 LCs. Your first goal is to get 6 LCs, when we need to be celebrating the fact that they got out messages. We need to be celebrating the fact that they did the things that are going to lead to the 6 LCs. You see what I'm saying? We can't just celebrate the 6 LCs. I would love if our 2021 focus group page started becoming about how many messages we got sent out versus how many customers we signed. How many days this week did you get out your KPI? Let's talk about that instead of how many customers you signed. Because guess what? The customers that you signed this week were from the conversations you had 2 weeks ago. So you're getting delayed results, right? And so therefore you don't directly connect it all the time to, oh, yeah, remember when I was really consistent 2 weeks ago? I signed 6 customers this week. Oh, I was really consistent 2 weeks ago. That's what produced the 6 customers, right? But instead, we start to panic when we're in a dry spell of no customers, and we say, oh gosh, there's no customers. Let me message 100 people. Nobody messaged me back, and I didn't sign anybody today. Well, you just messaged 100 people today, bro. The same day that we plant the seed, ain't the same day the flower sprouts. Hello. Okay. But we get into panic mode. And so if we, as people who have been in the business, and yes, you are leaders, if you have a customer, if you sent a sample because you've led yourself to do that work, you are a leader. So as leaders, what we have to do is set proper expectations for ourselves and proper expectations for the people that are on our team. Okay. And that is not to sugarcoat how much work this takes. It's not hard work. Okay. We're not out here plowing snow. We're not out here in a minefield, okay, digging up dirt. It's not hard labor. But what it is it's mental, right? And we have to fight the war internally to do the things that aren't very hard. So what are some tips that I have for newbies? Number 1, be excited. Be freaking excited. That's the simplest tip I can give you. Be excited. You can't expect others to be excited about something you're not excited about. I don't care if you're one of those people that you never thought you would be, and you're just like, I'm so over the top. Great. Please come to my team if you are over the top excited. That's who I want to work with. Okay. I don't want to work with people who dole down their excitement because other people are going to tell them they're too much. No. Okay. Doesn't matter. Those are the people I want on my team. Okay, number 2, be consistent. Everybody's on here said it. Everybody will say it every Zoom you get on because it is so simple, but you're in control of your paycheck, right? Right. Number 3, show your face every single day. Every single day, show your face. I'm talking about on a video. Right now, we are in a season in our business, and this will change. They didn't even make videos on Facebook when I was joined, okay? And I'm sure at some point they'll make like where you have like full-blown cameras in your house. I don't know. Something new will come in. But video marketing right now is what is building the most trust the fastest. And people buy from people they trust. And so we aren't selling things, but we are offering things, and people will listen to people they trust. And so that is how you build stronger relationships through social media. Okay. And for all of you newbies who are on here who are like, I don't understand this whole stranger thing. Listen, Tinder's been out for a while. Okay. It works. ChristianMingle.com. It works. I don't know. What are some other ones? What's the new one? What's the new app out there? Oh gosh, I don't know. My friends are telling me about it. But anyways, there's so many apps where like people haven't met and they meet people and they're with them for the rest of their life. So who says you can't meet your social media bestie? I have all of y'all on here, okay, through this business. So that's how we do it. Number 4, Alejandro touched on it. Be a product of the product. People want to see your results. They want to see it work on you. Okay. Number 5, be patient. Be patient. This is really hard, isn't it? So easy to say the word patient, but it's so hard to practice it. I'm really bad at this word. It is a gift that wasn't naturally given. It's one that I'm still growing. It is a muscle that I'm still growing. However, it's not bad to have urgency. You can be patient and still have urgency. I'm going to repeat that again. You can be patient and still have urgency. What I mean by that is be patient with the results and urgent with the work. Be patient with the results and urgent with the work. Okay? If you're urgent with the work, you won't have to be as patient. If you're patient with the work, you're probably going to be more patient. Okay. Learn to love the no's. Erin taught me this one. Oh gosh, there were so many times I wanted to cuss Erin out and she didn't even know it because of some of the stuff that she would tell me to do. I was like, I really don't like this tip, okay, but I'm going to resentfully listen to you because I don't have anybody else to listen to. No, I'm just kidding. But I really think one of the best tips that she gave me, I was in that phase that I was telling you guys about earlier where I was just like, everybody's saying no, nobody wants this, blah, 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 blah. Okay. It was because somebody really personal that like I was close to didn't want the products, and then it became really big. And so I was seeing all the no's that I was getting. And one thing she said to me, I'll never forget, she said, go for 10 no's. 10 no's. See if you can get 10 no's. And I was like, easy. Message this chick by noon. And I tell you, it took me 150 messages to get 10 no's. Because not right now didn't count, and maybe didn't count. It had to be a no. And I promise you, ever since that day, I literally love the no's. They're my second favorite answer. Give me a no over a maybe, because then I don't have to follow up with you, bro. Okay? Just tell me no. Don't drag me. Don't drag me. Okay? So I'm like, okay, great. And so sometimes I'm like even more probably aggressive than I would normally be, because I just want you to tell me no. Like sometimes people will be like, I just don't have the money. Okay, great. If you had the money, would you do it? Cool. Let me just tell me now. Right? And sometimes it's not about, it's not that you just want them to be honest. Let's save us both the time. And when you're confident like that, you come across different. You don't come across desperate. Right? You come across as, hey, I'm just being real. Okay, I don't even know what number I'm on, maybe 7. Follow up. Okay. Follow up. It's just important. And I gave Heather this tip too. And I was like, dang, I totally forgot that this is like just a really good tip. But I always say, take the let me know out of your vocabulary. Take it out. Don't ever say those words again ever in your entire life. Don't ever say let me know. Seriously, remove them, delete, cancel. If you hear say them again, just say cancel, cancel. I'm not saying that. I don't mean that. Okay, you'll see yourself now type them, the L-E-T. No, backspace, backspace, backspace. Don't say let me know. Here's why. You put the ball in their court. How many people have actually let you know after you asked them to do that? I'm going to tell you. For me. Okay. So what do you do instead? You set the follow-up time. You say, somebody says, oh, hey, I need to make sure that I have X, Y, and Z together, or let me look at the products and get back to you. I don't say no, but I just say, okay, great. I'll follow up with you tomorrow. Right? Then I put it on me. It's on me. It's always going to be on me, the follow-up. It's never going to be on them. It's always on me. That's my job. It's my business. It's not their business. I'm putting it on me. I want to take that responsibility. Okay? The average person, it's going to take you 5 to 12 times to follow up with one person before they jump. That's why you want to write their names down, because you don't forget. Okay? Now, number 8, all of you guys are doing this, so give yourselves a pat on the back and just tell yourself you're so proud of yourself. Stay plugged in. Stay freaking plugged in, you guys. We get off here and we feel so refreshed and we feel so alive and we feel like, dang, where have these people been all my life? It's because God wants you here. He wants you around it. He created us to live in community. Okay? And you are made for such a time as this, and you were put right here for a perfect reason that He has. And I don't know what that is, but I know that it's meant for you to show up in. Okay? So if I distance myself from the team page, or if I distance myself from chats or trainings or whatever, a lot of times I get off track. I start losing focus. I lose sight of my vision, right? And remember that what we do is not normal. Not everyone is going to see it or understand it. That's why you've got to stay close to the people who do understand it. Okay. Number 9, pay attention to your thoughts. This is a hard one because you will start to realize how negative you are. You might be really positive with other people, but really negative with yourself. Call people out on your team who start doing this. Okay? Listen, Heather the other day was like, oh, you need to teach me how to do makeup. I'm like, dude, you're beautiful. Stop. Okay? Stop. Call people out. If they're like, oh, I'm fat, I'm ugly, I'm not. No, you're not. You're beautiful. Be confident in who you are. Listen, me and Aaron and anybody else who has been in this business for more than 3 years knows that you can tailor. We know that you can get more beautiful. This business somehow teaches you how to be more beautiful. I don't really know, but I'm going to tell you, listen, I was ugly. Oh gosh. Like when I look back, I'm like, I showed Brian this picture. He's like, is that you? I was like, yeah, dude, that's me. And so, but here's the thing. Stop being negative with yourself. It's not helping you get to where you want to go. It's not. And so pay attention to those thoughts. Because if you think you can, or you think you can't, whatever one you think, you're going to be right. Right? And I used to think this is all BS, but it's not. It's a self-fulfilling prophecy. It's actually like a thing. Okay? You can do this. You can do this. You just have to believe in yourself. Okay? Other thing is take care of your customers. I love the follow-up. Thank you. I love all of those things. That's super important. And then the last tip I have for you is take action. Even if you're scared, even if it's not perfect, even if it's messy action eventually becomes better action. But you can't get better if you don't try. You can't. It's impossible. You already made the hardest step by jumping in. That's the hardest step. Every step will get easier. And do something with the leap of faith that you already made and show everyone what you're capable of. You deserve the success that's headed your way. Okay, cut me off. Bye.
No, I mean, it makes me think of, we get like our kids on bikes, and we teach them, like, we're teaching them the process of how to ride a bike and getting them on training wheels and all these things, and then they fall down and we're like, oh my gosh, you can't stop. And so why are we not coaching ourselves the exact same way with those little things that you're doing each and every day? You know, sometimes the days are going to be great, some days it might be hard, but again, you have to just work with that discipline. So
Yeah.
the couple things that go ahead.
That's so good, because if you guys didn't, like, gosh, how long ago was that? Oh my gosh, that might have been like a year and a half ago. Who knows how long ago that was. But let me tell you, Deuce really wanted to learn how to ride his bike. And I remember I was yelling at him to scream, I can do it. He was literally riding his bike down the hill. I can do it. I can do it. I can. He was so scared, okay? He was so scared. You can hear it in his voice, but he was screaming, I can do it. And it was so cool to watch him literally start to convince himself that he can do it. And he was 3 at the time. He was 3, and he's literally like, I can do it. I can do it. And like, I was just like, say it, keep saying it, keep saying it, keep saying it. And that's what I want to tell you guys is, even if you're shaky on your bike, even if you just got on, even if the training wheels are still on, yell at yourself that you can do it. Don't let those negative thoughts in there. And the Bible even says, take every thought captive. So if those thoughts start to creep in, take it captive and throw it out. Put it in a box, shut it. Whatever you have to visualize to do, don't let any of those thoughts like live in your head. Okay? Be intentional about what thoughts you're choosing to believe. Okay, I'm done. Bye. Bye. Love you guys.
I love it. Okay. So last couple things I'm going to leave you with, you know, in addition to that, obviously we talked about, you know, just know that all of this is a process. Okay. So whether you just got started today and you're like, oh my gosh, I got to do 10 things. Like, that's a lot of things. Know that this is all a process, but the thing is, we've been through it. We've been through the cycle of the business and doing different things. And so, you know that it is going to be just that work in progress. You're showing up each and every day, doing those different things, so that way you can get that result at the end. I remember, like, some people are like, how did you have success? I'm like, honestly, I feel like I blacked out, but I just did the things. Like, I really don't remember exactly what I did, but I just knew that, okay, my sponsor Alyssa was telling me certain things, so I just was doing them each and every day, because she was like, if you're going to message X amount of people, so I just made that my goal, to message that many people. And I just showed up for that, because once you start to catch the vision, not just necessarily like the vision of like your why, but the vision of how many opportunities this can lead you to, then it starts to be like, well, why wouldn't I message? And so, you know, I started to even think about this business. It was like, I wanted to give it a shot, because I didn't want to look back and regret it. So why not put the action in? And Mike Patillo always says, you know, you don't want to look back and be like, gosh, I wish I would have. You're going to want to say, gosh, I'm so thankful I did. And so go at it with that mindset. Like, I'm thankful that I showed up for my business today. I'm thankful I did these things. You know, set reminders in your phone if it's hectic of a day, or, you know, you've got kids at home, or you're working full time. Set reminders in your phone that are going to go off at times that you know that those alerts can go. But the more that you're doing those results over time, that's really what's going to be the crucial piece. Is just committing and showing up each and every day for that, and just making that mental decision. And I know a couple weeks ago they talked really about like the business CEO mindset, so you guys can go back and watch that in more detail. But I think it's so powerful, because you've heard us mention this again. It is a business. Okay, it's not just you know, like, we're not your bosses. We can coach you through all the things, but we cannot make you do the work. If you would show up to your 9-to-5 job based on the work that you produce that day, would your boss fire you? It's the same thing for the business. You are your boss. You are your boss. So ask yourself, maybe you need to do that eval. Like, did I show up and do all the things that I wanted to do? Would my boss fire me today if I didn't show up and do those things? And so go into it with that mindset. Know that, you know, if you really want to see those big things happen, if you want to pay off the debt, if you want to, you know, whatever your why is, you know, that deep down reason, if you really want to do those things, it's going to come at the price of having that business mindset and saying, hey, I'm doing this, I'm doing the things, I'm showing up each and every day, I'm working, because I'm the only person that I can count on today, right? And so it's just committing to that over and over and over again. So drop any questions if we didn't cover anything. And I know we covered a lot of like good basics, especially the 90 days. The last thing that I really want to touch on is make sure that you have your game plan. Whether you just got started or maybe you've been in for a little bit, know where you're going. If I was to get in my car right now, I-10 in Texas and Houston is like a popular highway. I could essentially make it to Arizona, but if I didn't have my map, I really wouldn't know where I'm going. Like I could just head west, eventually hit somewhere. But if I was like, oh, I really want to go to Phoenix, obviously I'd have to get my map out because I'm going to have to know specific highways to turn off. So this business is the same thing. You know your game plan when you're coming in 6 customers. You should be working for Ruby, but then always know what that next step is going to look like too, because you always want to be working towards that next thing. That way you don't just get set on Ruby and then all of a sudden you've hit that and you're like, okay, now what? No, it should be working on that next thing and knowing what your game plan, knowing that roadmap. And so you might even have to sit there with your sponsor and say, okay, I really want to do these things. What does that look like? And so you guys can chat about what that game plan is. Do those one-on-one, ask questions, because that's how you're really going to learn in this business, is just committing to that. And I'm just, very proud of y'all for showing up to this Zoom. I know it's late. It's late for me. Proud of myself for staying up past my bedtime. But, it's one of those things that the more that you plug in, the more that you catch that fire. I remember getting started and I didn't even know we didn't do Zooms, obviously. We did like a conference call, but they had the Sunday family call. And I was like, I don't know if I really need to plug into that. Cause I was taking this kind of just like, if it's extra money, it's cool, not a big deal. And the minute that I started plugging into the Sunday family call, it was like, oh, I caught the vision. Oh, I was hearing other things. Oh, I was excited because I was hearing it live. So the more and more that you can plug into these, even though it might be like, I'm on another Zoom that's talking about posting 101. You might get something else from that, okay? It doesn't matter if it's brand new content or content for people that have been in. I even watched some of the content or the panels for conference that were the 101s and those kind of things. And I was like, dang, these are so good. I was learning things from that. So don't count yourself out from just plugging in as much as you can, because that's really what is going to help you long term. So I know that this is awesome. This has definitely filled my cup, and these ladies are amazing. I know Alejandra wants to share something real quick.
I always want to talk. No, just kidding. I just wanted to say, to tell people here, no matter if you are not Latinos, but I know in this team, there's a lot of immigrants from different countries. This business is simple. This business is not hard. You know what is hard? Leaving your country, putting all of your life in a luggage and coming to a country where you don't even know the language. And if you could do that, you can do anything. That's all I wanted to say.
Yes, it just gives such a different perspective. Sometimes we think oh my gosh, it's just literally hitting the button. And then it's like, no, there's so many different things. So, just go to sleep with that, just thinking of that perspective and just, make that commitment. I know it's late tonight, but make that commitment that you're going to show up tomorrow, for what you've committed to tonight. Don't just let this be like, oh, I'm fired up, and then I go to bed and I'm not working out of, I'm working out of motivation, or I don't have motivation, so I'm not doing the thing. Show up out of discipline. Kelsey's going to close us out in prayer, and then we will end this.
Dear Jesus, we just want to say thank you for just bringing this group of amazing people together. We thank you for just combining us all, for putting us all together, because we know that it wasn't by accident that we all became part of each other's lives, and that each of us will play a unique part in the other one's story. And so we just want to say thank you for your provision on that. I ask that you just give every single person that is listening right now just an extra dose of confidence, an extra dose of courage, so that they are able to just fulfill the potential that you placed inside of them. We know that we're operating probably around 40% of what you put inside of us, Lord. And we just ask that you would allow us the courage to break free from the chains of what other people think, or to break free from the thoughts of not feeling like we're good enough, and really stepping into who we were created to be. I thank you, Lord, for everything that you've already done, but more importantly, I thank you for who you are and what you're going to do in our lives. We know you have such big plans for this team. And I just ask that you allow us to increase our character, to just become better people, so that you can trust us with more of your territory. We love you so much. In your name we pray. Amen. Love you guys. Thanks, Erin.
All right. Bye, y'all. Have a great night. And don't forget, tomorrow night is the Opportunity event. So you will see that live on Kaufman's Facebook page, so you guys can share that video. Again, we'll post it in the team page, but I just want to make sure that we shouted that out. So have a great night, everybody. Bye.